Hello, my name is CJ Heighton. I am the current only member and game designer for Fire Arrow Games. Today we're going to be showing you guys the newest build of blitzkampfer. So we've been doing a bit of work on this via live streams and other various stuff. blitzkampfer has now got a title screen and a opening sequence, I believe, that basically has a little splash screen with our company logo. I say company, our little group logo. I haven't really filed for it to be a real company yet, but even so, trying to keep this as professional as possible. Right now this is a very work in progress title screen, but I have got buttons working for new games, tutorials, load games. So pressing new game jumps you straight into it. As you can see, that was a splash screen. If you click tutorial, you go into the little tutorial thing that's always been here. You can also have this skip tutorial button. If you press it, it brings you straight into the main menu. On that, we have been, or I have gotten working a enemy spawning system that's much different. I made it so that whenever enemies spawn, they will spawn in a random position and and come at you in a random direction. That way, you have a much higher chance of being overwhelmed. I have edited the score depleting enemies to give you less, to take away less score. I have gotten controller support working partially. Still working on that a little bit. And I have also did some debugging of various game modes and changing of various game modes. So as you can see, that was actually really freaking quick. But yeah, there we go. On that's literally about it. Nothing huge today, just a few minutes worth of various stuff. I will probably be able to try and find what I'm looking for here. Give me a sec. I guess I'll try and go for the hold the point game mode, because I did heavily update that with brand new content. So yeah, I can probably work on that, possibly. The game mode itself is still very work in progress, but I've made it so that the point changes randomly and periodically, and that it actually, I believe, hurts the player when when the player comes in contact with it, which is rather it's a bit of a son of a bitch, but that's sort of the way that I wanted the game to be made. I wanted it to make the player scream mercy, mercy, and just overall be a complete asshole to the player. I don't know. I feel like my inspiration for making this game is because I always loved the arcade shooters that always like depleted every single bloody quarter in your pockets, all that kind of thing, right? Metal Slug and other games come to mind. And I wanted to make something similar, so that's kind of why I made the bullet hell I did. Oh, fucking hell. I guess we'll just keep going here until we find the... Oh, there we go. That should be the hold the point. Where are you? This little arrow does still point out wherever all the different portals are. If this is a survival, I'm going to kill myself. Yeah, it is not. Holy shit. You saw the amount of enemies there. So yeah, the hold the point game mode has been heavily updated. There is now one giant point that you have to collide with. It gives you score, and then it teleports. You have to continuously go searching for it. I do not really know how big this map is, but I can only assume that it's reasonably large. I'm still working on the positioning and stuff, but you generally get the point. The point now teleports. and I've changed around the enemy spawning patterns so that, again, it takes the same spawning system as the base game, which makes it, again, a lot harder. Oh yeah, I also made bullets delete finally whenever they come in contact with an enemy, which is probably something I should have been doing in the first place, but I sort of forgot to add that, I guess. I guess it was sort of an oversight on my part. So that did end up happening. And it made bosses ridiculously easy to kill. Now I have deleted that, so you're gonna have a hell of a hard time. It's gonna be like half-hour boss fights. Just be aware. Other than that, not much really has been going on in terms of development. I've started thinking about contacting artists to work on a title screen for me. It would not be a legitimate paid job. It would just be a way of getting your name into the game, credits wise. But I would credit the artist and all that. I would make sure that they have recognition amongst the people who actually play the game. So yeah. Other than that, absolutely nothing. I'm planning on getting this out for review, potentially by a couple of review sites. So if any of you guys are indie review sites and you are curious about trying the game for yourselves, feel free to contact me or anybody else, I guess, who still has access to this email at firearrowgames at gmail.com. The address currently is only used by me, so you have a instant way of contacting me. Be aware though that I don't check the email too often, so it might take a couple days for me to get back to you. Anyways, that's literally about it. Yeah. So in review, changed a bunch of the hold the point stuff, added tutorials, added buttons, and made it a fuck ton harder. So yeah, that's about it for me. Holy shit. And that's another bug. As always, I gotta end the video off on a bug, huh? Yeah. Wow. Thanks for watching. See Jay Heighton on YouTube and twitch.tv and whatever. No. Connor on TigSource signing off. What the fuck? Peace out, guys.